together. As you can see, we already got the festive vibes in the house. But none other, there's some hometown friends from the city of Lynwood just putting in work, putting Lynwood on the map right now. We got the social set. And today, we got Natalie, Isa, and Lolo in the house.
Let's go.
What's up, man? Lynwood in the house. I see what you guys are doing. The social set, right?
That's right.
What is the social set? For our viewers today, for your fans, for our public, what is the social set?
So the social set is basically a networking industry that we are creating. The essential part of it is that we're actually trying to gather people that started like us, right? Like vending in the streets, not having a clue of what to do, not knowing how to start their business, because like all of us, we all started somewhere. And literally, we just took one step, and a lot of vendors do that same thing, right? They don't know what they're doing, they don't know how it's happening. So, we're trying to give them a platform where they can come, be vendors, and we're hooking them up with contacts, with networking, with clients, and a little bit of everything. So, that's the social set.
So the social set, is that the team that puts the markets together, or is the social set the night market?
No, so the social set in itself is the group, right? It's the entity, if you could put it that way. Okay. And from there, we put other things together, like the markets, events, you name it. You want to do something crazy, outrageous, you tell us. Give us your thoughts, and we will flow with them.
Yeah, that's dope. So I see that you guys are from Lynwood. I categorize you guys like like rich Latinos, like from Lynwood.
What? That's wild.
I feel like Lynwood, Southgate, because I grew up in South Central, so it's always like, damn, let's go to Lynwood. It's nice out there. Let's go to Bill. It's nice out there. Like,
that's
how
wild.
we say it. So like hearing like people like you guys coming out and supporting your local businesses, small businesses. Like I always got into business very young too, so like I'm a very passionate person when it comes to that. So how did you guys start your own business? As I know you guys each have your own business, or you guys run something behind the scenes like that has to do with business. So if you guys could each share where you guys are focusing your career in.
So we all started at obviously different times, but we connected together in the end. But I started my business. My brother was like, "Hey, I need meal preps," and I used to cook, so I was like, "I could do it." So I started making meal preps, and then it's so funny because she was the one that told me, "Quit your job and focus on it full time, and you're gonna fucking blow it." And I was waitressing at the time, working 6 days a day, 6 days out of the week waitressing, and she was like, "Trust me, you're gonna fucking kill it." And the craziest part about that was that I had just moved into my first apartment, and I quit my only steady income, and I went full on in. And that month, I made like the most money I had ever made.
That was crazy.
And then from then on, I just like went full force with meal prepping, catering, cooking. And then COVID hit. And at the time, I had stomach ulcers, which is super painful. Like, hot Cheeto girl in the morning, that was me.
Same.
I was eating hot Cheetos at 7 a.m. and like that
Hot
shit
Cheetos for breakfast?
Yeah, that shit fucked me up bad. So like as I got older, I was getting fucking acid reflux, and I was like, I want to take something that is like not pharmaceutical, because that shit, you take that and it helps the issue, but it fucks something else up. So I started looking into research. I found Dr. Sebi, and then I found CMOS. And CMOS has 92 minerals out of the 102 our body naturally produces, which is almost all of them. So it's the world's strongest superfood. They still haven't found another plant that has that many minerals and vitamins. So I started buying it from the Compton Health Bar. So shout out Compton Health Bar. She's a fucking amazing, badass woman. I used to buy it from her, and then my customers would be like, "Hey, I need more, I need more, I need more," and I would like not have time to go get it at times. And then I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna start selling it too. Like, fuck it. The craziest part is I crossed paths with her, and we're like full circle now. She's like healing the community.
Yeah,
You
just
know?
helping each other out.
Yeah,
Right, right.
yeah, and it's what I do now completely. I have not gone back to working a 9 to 5. It's all I do. I do a lot of other holistic remedies.
Yeah.
So you come with me with an issue, and like I find a plant or herb that can pretty much heal you.
Correct, correct. Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. Okay, you want to share your story?
You go first.
Yeah,
We're going
you-
like this. Don't mess up the rotation.
Okay. Fine. Okay. Let's see. Where do I start? So, first and foremost, I'm native to Mexico, right? My family's still very indigenous.
Okay.
In my family, there's been practices of curanderismo, shamanismo, all of that good stuff, right? And the last practitioner that we knew full on was my great grandmother. From there, she basically like the family from there converted into Catholicism. So the practice was a little bit lost until it hit me. Long story short, I ended up going on this crazy journey since I was 12 on spirituality, on what was what, studying theology. I literally have studied like almost every religion,
Yeah.
almost
She
every
has.
practice. Yes, I could
Yeah.
tell you that that was one of my main focuses because this is not something that it's very accepted just yet.
Correct,
You know,
correct.
a lot of the times people will be like witchcraft, brujeria, this and that. But it is a little bit different. Shamanism it's actually quite different. It's very spiritual practice, and almost like same thing as not. I did not know how big it was gonna get until I started doing it. I had a very steady job. I was working at Wells Fargo. You know, I was in the financial industry. I couldn't complain. I mean, it was really good, right?
Yeah.
Money's really good. If you work in that industry, like it's really good. But I was extremely unhappy. It was so sad to go to work every day after a while. It just became one of those things that it was just a burden. And then one day, you know, I put myself out there on Facebook. I was like, I knew I wasn't going to get anything just yet. It was my first time. I was like, free readings or donation-based readings on anybody that wants it. My first post got like over 500 likes. This was on Facebook.
Damn.
I got contacted by hundreds of people. And from there, the ball just kept rolling and rolling and rolling. And crazy enough, actually, like at that time, I was actually living in West Covina. So I've been all over the place, you know?
Yeah.
But from there, I just decided to move forward with it, keep going and going. And then I brought into light what I do and what my family knows what to do into the more modern world and apply those practices. So I focus heavily on healing, holistic healing, anything that has to do with mind, body, and spirit. From tarot readings that are more on the therapeutic side. I also do sound therapy. I do chakra alignments, limpias, something that is very different than what you would usually know from these people. You know, I don't know if you ever had a limpia before.
Nah.
No.
I heard of it, of things like that.
We heard it. Yeah,
Of,
correct.
You know, just crazy things.
They're
I heard, like,
amazing.
shamanism, like
Yeah.
I like the shaman. Like when I was into like psychedelics,
Okay.
like the whole ayahuasca thing. You
Yeah.
they say that you have to go with a shaman. You
Yeah.
have to really do it like that.
I mean,
So
you
what-
can, but you'll trip out.
Oh yeah. So when people would
What
tell me
is that though?
ayahuasca,
Like, you guys are like kind of
it's
talking
just like-
science to me right
Nah,
now.
well, yeah,
I'm
it's
not
like
too deep
basically
into it
it's a
because-
plant though.
I
Right?
mean,
It's a
I don't know,
plant.
I respect everyone's lane.
It's
in-
a tree,
in-
actually.
in what they
It's a
do
tree.
every day in life, but to me, I was just like, I've never really tapped into that. I just know people that have tapped into that. For example,
Have you
my
done
sister-
shrooms before at all?
No, I've never done
Oh,
done
okay.
shrooms at all. Like,
So
to get
essentially, whenever, for instance, and I'm gonna go a little bit on the darker side of things. Whenever a person's about to die, right, their body, their brain is like a cocktail of freaking hormones, a cocktail of chemicals being released from the body, including MDMT,
DMT,
right?
yeah.
Or DMT. DMT is essentially what makes you hallucinate and go on a whole nother astral plane, right? What these things do, psychedelics, they target the part of our brain that releases these aspects and also help us get into like a deeper sense of awareness. So a lot of people, it's different. If you're in a bad mental state, if you're going through some really messed up things, you might have a bad trip.
You'll embody that essence.
Wait, have you tried it?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't do
Yes.
that.
Yes. And if you're going through like on a better path, if you could put it that way, then your trip's gonna be a little bit better. I could tell you, I've done acid.
Yeah, it's not it.
Really good trip once, really bad trip. The second, I was bad. Like I cried for 8 hours straight. Like how is that possible?
I've
I
seen
don't
people
know.
have some bad trips, but
Yeah.
also like the smallest thing can like fuck that shit up. It's like, for example, they could hear like a movie playing in the background and they will believe they're in that movie.
Like the echo.
Like it'll be like somebody shooting up and they're like, I'm fucking dying right now. They're gonna shoot up the fucking house, or like, you know, like it, you embody whatever you're at. So I always say do it in nature. And max like 3 people, I would say.
When I was in Asia, you say you started your journey at 12 years old.
Yeah.
When you say you started your journey, you started your spiritual journey doing ayahuasca and doing DMT and doing psychedelics, or just
Seeking.
just you
Seeking
just knowledge
answers.
first.
Seeking
Because that's how
answers.
everyone starts, right? They
Yeah.
start seeking knowledge, alternative
Yeah.
knowledge, and then they go into like, oh, let me take
And the
LSD,
deeper
let
stuff.
me take mushrooms.
Oh
let me
yeah,
take
no,
ayahuasca,
for
and
sure.
then, and then with the combination of all the knowledge you acquired, now you have like a
Yeah.
trip.
And there was a
because I
point-
did see
Go ahead,
I did see a video on YouTube. I think it was Vice. They give the first el viaje, le llaman el viaje to the kids at 12 years old, and they give them the
Yeah.
shrooms or
And, like,
whatever
Brazil,
they get, and
Oaxaca,
they
yeah.
let them lay, and people are watching him, and the kid is just turning around,
Yeah.
playing with the grass. Like
That's why they
the
be so
kid is
woke,
just-
so
the kid is
young.
just like, bro, like,
Gotta teach 'em
but
how to
they
young.
give these psychedelics to kids in third world countries at 12 years old.
It's like a rite of passage.
It's
Why do you
important.
think they do that though for kids? Like, you would think the kid is so.
It's bringing self-awareness and consciousness.
To reality,
Like,
to the universe.
I mean,
huh?
at that age, your brain is still developing. And whenever you're introduced to such things at a very young age, your capabilities are much more open. Like, I don't know if you ever heard about, like, the chakras and, like, what the third eye is.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
So the third eye is, like, the intuitive side of you. And whenever you're younger, you have less prejudice. So because you have less prejudice, you have less judgment.
Influence.
towards-
Yeah,
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 so
yeah.
your
You're innocent.
third
You're
eye
really
is like,
innocent.
yeah.
yeah, it's a lot more open.
No, I definitely want to get back to the topic. Let's go to what do you do for your business? I like that. I really like that.
No, yeah, I love talking to her about all of that because I personally, I always tell them, like, I love hearing their stories because I'm not down to try any of that. So
She'd be scared.
I'm scared because I'm blind, like not like legally blind.
I'm legally blind.
Not legally blind, but I like.
you ready to be awakened?
No, like I need glasses, you know. So for a long time I didn't have glasses, so I would like see blurry, and then like you know I feel like really weird. So that's just kind of what I go to when I'm like when I hear their stories. I feel like I'm gonna not have control, or like I'm not gonna be able to like get up, or I'm gonna be dizzy, or you know, like I don't know. That gets me scared.
Shaman. You'll be good
Yeah.
with shaman.
I feel
Or
like
even with them, I think I trust them to take care of you.
We would totally take
Yeah,
care of
we
her,
would.
But you cannot force somebody onto their path.
And then
until-
so
until she's
if you
ready.
if you overthink too, that's like I already told her you overthink too much, and that'll fuck up your trip
But
to
you guys
begin with.
would want her to experience.
I would love her to experience it. Of course.
Because-
Yeah.
because you have
It's
to-
life
everyone
changing.
has to
It's
experience
life changing. Like you will never be the same again. Like for my first shroom experience, I did it in Yosemite, and I did it on a 10-mile hike in the middle of fucking nowhere in wilderness. And as soon as the shrooms hit, I seen like a whole civilization. Like
of leaves and
no, like
people.
Indians. Like I was literally seeing what was there before.
Oh.
And I was there like, oh shit. Like this is how people should be living. You know? It was harmony. Like
I have a theory real quick. Like when you take that, it activates a reptilian, ancient part of your brain. Like, so you become kind of like, it takes you back to your.
Well, you
history
become a
little bit.
seer.
Like through your DNA. Like I don't know. Like that's
I
why say-
don't think we share DNA with reptilians, though.
Oh no, reptilian, but like you know how we have a reptile part of the brain that just like
You're talking about like the pineal gland, or
No, there's another one that
The
just like it's
pituitary
fight or
gland.
flight. Like it's fight or flight. That part of our brain is like the fight or
okay.
fight. That's the one that gives it. I feel like it activates that. Like takes us back into history. Like in our DNA and our ancestors. I don't know. I feel
Definitely
depends.
interesting.
And your mental state. It
Yeah,
depends.
yeah, correct.
But see, that's the healing part about it. Even if you're in such a messed up mental state and you want to do it because precisely you're trying to get out of it, you always should do it first. Microdosing, first and foremost. Like, never go in with a full dose.
I did an eighth my first time.
yeah.
I said, fuck it, run it.
Hey, girl.
Bro,
Yeah.
But with the people that I did it with, they actually even weighed me out and said, you could take this much. Here you go. And I was just like, I believed them.
I mean, an eighth, honestly, is the dose where you're going to start seeing deeper things.
I heard like I
Yeah.
did 5 grams, so like the shrooms.
Okay.
Like to the dome. But my homie was taking care of it.
And how were you?
That one was tripping.
Were you tripping?
I was tripping.
Were you tripping
I took
hard?
KO a couple times. I let my body.
Did you go to space?
to space?
Hey, no, because you go to space.
Like, saw the A1 Atlas.
Honestly, I lost like the navigation of my soul. Like
Yeah.
I didn't know how to come back to my body, but I traveled so much. And
Yeah,
I was
and it
content,
feels
though.
like-
But I was content. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, if I do die right now, and I don't get back to my body, like,
I'm chilling.
chilling. Like, like that was nice.
I could die in peace.
No,
so
so-
it's deep. It's really deep. Though.
So the time that I did the eighth and like the two people that I was with, we went hiking, right? So it was getting dark and they're like, hey, when you come down, don't look at nobody's face. And I was like, why? And they're like, just don't do it. And I was like, okay.
It's in the
So
dark, right?
I'm
It's in
walking
the dark.
down and I'm just like looking down. And of course I look up. And right away I see the most like demonic person ever.
Sinister.
And it's because I can see people's like energy
Oh,
for who
yeah.
they are.
Yeah.
I was seeing kids and they're like glowing. And I see older people and I could see that they're like
They're rotting.
they're rotting.
Yeah.
Se están
People
muriendo. And I'm
No,
seeing
there are people there, but like your face will be disfigured.
like
in the
like-
movies.
Like for example, like there was this guy that passed me and I knew he did a lot of bad shit in his life. He carried like guilt, anger, sadness just on him.
He's
and
probably a serial killer.
And I was just like, ah! And they're like, what the fuck did we tell you? I was like, I'm not looking no more. Yeah, and that's the thing. You have to be really kind of strong-minded in a sense because at that point when I seen that, I could have just like folded and been like, fuck that. Like, I want to go home. I want to go home.
See, that's when you do shroom for recreational purposes. When you do them for healing purposes, is very different too. And that's why we start with the microdose. You know, with
Yeah,
something
definitely
small.
I wish I would have done that first. But
Addressing your emotions, like what
Yeah.
is the parts of you that need to be released, especially you guys as men. The world does not focus enough
Oh yeah,
on
healing, yeah,
on
correct.
your healing, on your journey, on anything that has to do with you. Like, you guys are just expected to just kind of pull through everything and be strong and just kind of like go with the flow. You know?
Hey, you don't think you could get to a point where you're like, I already got what I needed from this. Like, I don't need it anymore.
yeah, of course.
I mean, yeah, you know what? Shrooms and stuff, shrooms specifically, and acid, they're not, the reason why they're not addicting is because, say that you take a dose right now and you have like the craziest trip, you take another tomorrow, you're not going to feel the same way.
Yeah.
Every experience is different
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
sure.
correct, correct.
But you won't feel as much anymore either because your brain already registered it. You need like a good week to detox.
Yeah, it's like you
And
build,
then-
your body builds that tolerance.
Well, not
It's
they
more
also
than-
did a study on like shrooms and how it actually rebuilds brain cells.
Your
It's
neurons,
the it's
right? Your
it's
neural
the it's the
pathways.
only thing that they
Yeah.
have found to this day that actually reconstructs brain cells. You know,
Yeah.
and that already is like a major fucking key in science and medicine because now they're helping people with PTSD, people that like get in a car accident and can't drive no more. Why? Because their brain is already registered as driving as like, I'm gonna die. And then they start taking shrooms and it starts rebuilding the cells that were killed within that trauma, you know? And now they're like, oh shit, like this shit's actually so powerful and it's necessarily not even a drug, it's a medicine,
Medicine.
you know?
Yeah. Correct. That's been hidden from us for a reason, you know?
On purpose.
On
Okay,
purpose.
let's get back to the topic of how you're trying to explain where you came from and
Back to
Well,
Lolo.
back to Lolo.
How am I supposed to follow that?
And follow that. We'll go back to it.
I love hearing those stories
Yeah.
again because I'm not down
We'll
to
hear
do
your
that.
story too. 'Cause
Um,
you seem like a very healed, happy person.
so that's what I tell them. I'm like, one time I had a dream. Sorry, we're not there yet. Right? Well, one time I had a dream.
say the best to last.
Just kidding.
Hey, we want to hear your story, Lolo. Fuck.
Well, first the other story. Like, I remember one time I had a dream, right? And then I woke up and then I was like, what the hell was that? I had seen like this beautiful tree. And I was like, what tree is that? So I kept looking like online, like a beautiful tree, you know, like I was like a beautiful tree, you know. Because I was so in shock because it felt so real. And then I tell Isa, I message her, I'm like, I don't know what this meant. Like, I saw this beautiful tree. And she's like, you mean the tree of life? And then I was like, I don't know. And so I looked it up and it was that tree, right? And I tell Nat. And I was like, girl, you need to do shrooms. And I was like, oh my God.
Stop fucking around. Take some shrooms.
Yeah, but it was like the most cool like dream ever, you know? And it felt like it was so pretty and like
It's because you see that tree of the flower of life. You see it when you do shrooms. Like you see it when you walk. Like you see it when you close your eyes. I'm sure you've seen it. Yes, yeah, yeah. It's like a intertwinedness of. You know, hey, you know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Chaos, like, who is this guy?
Yeah, hey, I'm gonna plan a day where
We're gonna do it
where you guys do shrooms
online.
together.
I'm good. I haven't done that in 5 years already. So.
Shrooms?
Yeah, I'm done with shrooms, LSD.
Or what other dream that I have that I saw like some stuff on the wall. And then you were like, oh, you saw, and like she tells me what it is, you know, and then I look it up and I'm like, oh my gosh, what is that? So she always tells me like, oh, your third eye is opening, you know, because I always have dreams. I'm not one to write them down. But now that like,
You should.
yeah, now they tell me like, oh, you should, you know, because I've had dreams before that they happen, you know.
Dreams are so big.
Yeah.
Premonitions.
There's stories, there are premonitions, there are
There's
all
visions.
visions,
Depends.
guidance, fucking everything in one.
Even was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? I was like, I've been here before. And then it was like, you're having deja vu, you know? And I was like, I literally seen this before. Like, this is so crazy, you know? So I always love hearing them speak because, again, I don't think I'll ever be down for that. You know, I'll just live vicariously through them. But, yeah, that's my story. But it's not as nice, you know, as hearing their stories. But, so I'm Lolo. That's what they know me as. I don't ever really use my government name. And if I do, it's like I'm in trouble. Or when I used to work, you know, I used to work at a job agency at, you know, 2 job agencies. So I always gave like a name, like at my job agency, I was Lore, you know. So if somebody texts me Lore, I was like, oh, okay, job agency, you know. And if somebody called me Lolo, it was like my friends. Like people closest to me that know me that I'm like, oh, okay, you know. And then Lore too was for soccer, like, you know. So I always have like a different name. Nobody really calls me my name. But yeah, so I started trying to figure out what I wanted to do really young. I practically done it all. I started doing or making seafood maybe like in 2000. I don't remember. Like what I do now, maybe 2019, somewhere around there. I had just had my son. No, that wasn't that then. It was 2016. I had a restaurant for like a year. And then I already knew I didn't want a restaurant, but my significant other at the time, he wanted to try it out. So I said, okay, I'll help you out or whatever, you know. And then he ended up leaving. And then he left me there to do everything. And I was like, because he went to like back to his job that he loved to do. Yeah. So I ended up being there. You know, I had a new baby. I had my son. It was in a different city. It was like I had to drive early in the morning, then come back. And like, it was just a lot. So I ended up saying, I don't want to do this, you know. So then I ended up working at Plaza Mexico. And I worked there for a very long time. And so I already knew that like having a physical location was not going to be for me. Because unless you've had a physical location, you don't understand. It's so easy to say like, oh yeah, just get a place, you know? And it's like, no, it's not.
Especially in the restaurant.
Yes,
it's,
you have to be there all day, every day.
All day, every
type
day,
shit.
24/7 on your days off until midnight. Get there early. It's a lot of work, you know?
Yeah.
And then I wanted to go back to school. So I asked, where I was working at before, I said, oh, is there any way that, would it be okay if I use your name? But I'm going to do it a little bit different. Like, I want to deliver to people. And they were like, what do you mean deliver to people? And I was like, yeah. Like, I wrote it down on a paper and I said, this is going to be my 3. I was like, I'm going to copy In and Out. 3 items only. I don't want anything hard. You know, I said, it's going to be cócteles, ceviche, and micheladas. That's it. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. Who cares? You know, and they were like, yeah, está loca. She's always doing something weird, you know, so like, let her, you know. So I ended up, you know, saying, you know, I'm going to go in before you guys open. I'm going to prep everything. And then I'm going to go on the weekends or whatever time I had for free, like, to go and start selling. So I started selling, like, in talleres, in barbershops. And I think that was the first time I was like, damn, man, like, I know a lot of people, because I would pull up somewhere and I would not be nervous because I didn't know them, supposedly me, right? And then I'd open the door and they'd be like, Lola, what are you doing here? And I'd be like, you want to buy some cócteles? Like, you want to buy ceviche? You know what I mean? So I started doing that. I got a number. They started messaging me. Do you want to come? You know, pull up right here. We're gonna have, like, you know, after you have a party, you go. Everybody hangs out the next day. And then I started pulling up and making micheladas on the spot and making ceviche, hitting up the bars. And that's kind of how I started with that. And then most recently, I have a year selling jugos naturales. Again, 3 items. I only have 3 items. I only have, like, 2 juices. I also have, like, immunity shots. And I started that just driving one day. I was like, my kids don't want to eat fruits and veggies, so I'm going to make them juices. And then I was driving, and I said, you know what? Like, let me make a video. So I posted it on my, like, close friends on IG. And I was like, hey, if I start selling juices, like, would you guys want to buy it? And of course, they were like, yeah. So I just started making juices, and I have a year doing that. And I just kind of put in other items here and there. But that's basically my story as far as, like, mariscos and then my juguitos.
But actually, bro, to give her a little bit more credibility, she was kind of like one of the first people that you could hit up and they'll bring you ceviche.
And
What
micheladas
year?
to your,
What year?
yeah.
To your
She was
doorstep.
like
What
the
year?
Like the pioneer. I
Yeah.
would say like
That one was like
Godfather.
that one was like 20.
She was.
2018. I don't even know. You know what tripped me
Yeah,
out?
like,
What-
wait,
how did
wait,
you-
wait,
wait,
No, for real.
You know Levantón? I'm pretty sure you know
That's why
Levantón.
I started.
Okay,
I
And
started.
then they stole, a lot of people stole her ideas.
Look,
yeah.
Like,
But
at the
Levantón was
time-
like 2017.
No. So Levanton started
Calma.
around the same time as me, because I remember I would pull up and they thought I was a guy, right? But because, I mean, obviously, you know, it's back then, pues right now, everybody does everything, you know? And it's,
I feel like back then the mariscos industry was ran more by men.
Oh,
Yeah.
You know,
sure.
like
El
they had-
paisa.
they had
wouldn't
a lot of
even-
nice
El
girl
paisa.
workers.
Yeah.
El pelo, el peri, you know, you feel me? Like el
Perihuete.
botón, like all that shit was like
Yeah.
ran by men, and
Like-
everyone always thought that the mariscos industry was ran by like some type of cartel, like it was a cartel behind every single marisco.
Me too.
You know,
like the Michoacanas now.
like the Michoacanas right now and shit.
Yeah, no lie,
but
it's the
honestly,
truth.
She was like really one of the pioneers. That
I
started
have to
the
look it up.
delivery.
I have to look it up because the other day people were like, so when did you start? And I was like, 2019. And then one of my memories came up from my Marisco page, and it was like 2018. And I said, dang.
How did you sooner than that?
You know what I mean? Like, I didn't even, it never, like,
Oh, when we
yeah,
were
it
in
never-
Olive Garden, how we
yeah,
saw it. Yeah.
it never registered to me how long I've been doing it. Do you know what I mean?
So right now you said 2018. You got a memory from 2018, but before then, I'm sure you had.
She had been doing
mariscos
it.
Oh yeah,
for
she'd
sure.
have been
5
doing
years
it.
before
Yeah.
that, right?
I
So
was
can
doing.
you imagine doing that already for, you know, we're going on 2026. That's 10 years already.
Yeah.
From
That's a
2026.
10 years
trip. That
in the
trips
game.
me out even hearing that
Which
right
is
now.
10 years
Yeah.
in the game.
And
bro.
she was one of the first people to create the cup with the mariscos.
With the
on
ceviche.
top.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy is that she would share some ideas with me because I've known her first since she was in elementary. I met her. You know what's crazy for that? When I met her, we used to go play soccer at
Ham
Park,
Park.
the old Ham
The
Park.
old Ham
The
Park.
old
my
one?
cousins and my uncles and stuff. We used to play in the park. A couple friends, people that already would come to the park, locals, and we would play there. But there was like this classroom setting area where they would dance folklorico, like Mexican dance,
Oh,
right?
okay, yeah.
So there'll be a bunch of girls in there dancing that, and a few guys, but not a lot of guys. you know, in the dance.
One.
Johnny,
It was- it was
Johnny
one.
Armando.
No, they were not even in the
They were
story
not even in
yet.
the scene yet,
They
bro.
were not
Some
even
of the
there
biggest
yet.
dancers that you see right now, they were not even in the scene yet, but they would be dancing and we would be playing soccer, like literally like right outside that classroom.
Yeah.
So then we would stay because we would like to see them dance.
Is that why you guys stayed?
We would stay because we would like to see them dance. It was just so cool because there would be guys with like machetes just dancing and shit.
Yeah, it's
And we'd be
true.
like, whoa, that's crazy. And one time, check this out. One time, I guess the guys didn't come in to dance, but we were there.
Oh,
so
that's
much that we
right.
knew that dance, bro.
Yeah, like,
I
started
promise
dancing.
you. So we went in there to dance.
Yeah,
We
they
partners.
did.
We went in there to
They
dance.
did.
with them,
They're
bro.
like, choose me, pick me.
We'd be like,
No.
peeping the door and shit.
No,
like,
no,
It was crazy.
But for real,
They
like,
did it on purpose.
no, that's true.
That's so true.
It's
bro.
true. And I remember being like, damn, man, I really want to dance some other type of style, you know, like not just folklorico.
Exactly.
And the guys that we had, I think it was like one, maybe two at the time. We only did folklorico.
So this whole time, the way that I met her was like that, you know, and I followed her journey this whole time because then she came to public school. She was in Catholic school, and then in high school she came to public school, bro. And when she came to public school, that's when our range of friends, like, we were like that group of friends, and you know
We were the fun group.
You know,
Funny group.
No, the fun.
We were the fun group. We threw parties. Like, we knew each other from the party scene, all this stuff, right? And then she started doing the marisco. So guess what? We were still doing parties. And who would we hit up the next day? She would come
Ah,
up,
crudos.
bro.
Mm-hmm.
She would pull up to my alley.
Hangover cure was my hashtag.
Hangover care, bro. And it was fire. It was like the mariscos. Even my kids, they love it. That's like,
Oh, I
We're
still have.
mariscos.
le reclaman, bro.
Tried it.
No, and recently she was telling me like, I think I just want to venture out, like just doing like the health stuff, and I'm like, bitch, no.
Because
Your roots.
it's because, like, you know, when it's cold, people really don't want marisco. So that's another reason why I started selling juices, because a year ago I decided to go full force. It was after your grand opening, right? I remember Nat was with me, and she was like, bitch, you better fucking quit your job. I'm telling you already.
I be telling everybody, quit your job.
She was like, quit your job, focus on your business. And I was like, no. And then I had an Isa moment where I was working, and then I was just like,
Fuck.
you know what? Yeah, basically I was like, F this, you know? And then I put my notice one day to the next, and the next day I had a pop-up with Solo Golf. And then from there on, I was just like, and I haven't gone back. And I told myself, I'm only gonna do this for 3 months. Like, I want to see what happens in 3 months. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And thank God it went well, and I haven't gone back. And I was just tripping out the other day. I was like, dang, I'm almost a year and a couple months, and I don't want to go back.
Once you go in, you never go back.
Yeah, because it's true. You feel like, I don't know. I feel like as an entrepreneur, and I hear it a lot. You just feel like your soul is just like, ugh, I'm like in these walls. Like, I have so much more to give. I have creativity. I have ideas. I want to do this. And then when you work for someone else, you're so limited. You cannot do that.
You're in a box.
You're in a box. You could only do certain flyers. You could only promote a certain way. And it's so robotic at times, you know, because they want to be so professional. It's like, you guys should try something different. You know what I mean? So I was like, I cannot do this. Like, my soul is just like, I need to do more. And so that gives me a chance to be around people, spread the love. I feel like we all have that in common, where, you know, we're just like how Nat said, like, hey, you could come with us one day and be like, man, I wanted to start something one day. And we'll be like, and what happened?
We got
Start
you.
it
Start
today.
it right now. We'll make your IG page.
We'll make your Instagram.
Yeah. We'll make your
And
IG page.
we're gonna get you followers, and
We'll repost you.
And you're gonna start next week.
Yeah, like that.
And
We're
already
like that. We're on
we already
it.
got the places where you're gonna vend that. So
Just because I feel like we've all had that time where we're like, damn, I want to do something. And then se te pasa, and then a year goes by, and you're like, damn, I wanted to do something. You know, so when we hear something like that,
How you guys got together just by seeing each other, obviously besides being from the same city, some of you guys, because I think you're not from Lynwood, right? But you guys have come together to bring a lot of vendors and give them that platform to succeed, to network. But tell us a little bit more of the social set and how that came together, and let's also dive into talking about your first pop-up, which we were also gladly
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you for coming. We
Yes.
appreciate you
We
guys
love
showing
showing
Yeah,
up.
so the social set started 2025,
Yes.
but you
Yes.
guys have been together probably since
Ooh.
like
Ooh, years.
Like
2017.
2017.
17.
Like 2017.
I met
Yeah.
I met her 2017. So me and her met. I don't even know how or how it happened, but she had like an event at like a full moon event where she was
Oh,
doing the
yes.
sound healing, and I show up and like we met, and then I was just like, dude, I fucking love your energy. She was like, I love your energy. And then we just clicked and we just became friends after that. And every time in the beginning of pop-ups, because pop-ups just started, like pop-ups recently just started,
Like popping like that.
Yeah.
yeah. So I would send her a pop up, she would pull up, and then she would send me a pop up, I would pull up, and then we started going to these pop ups together, and like we started learning the pop up community, because it's a community. Like
Yeah.
everybody knows everybody in the pop up community. You like I can go to an event like out of like somewhere in another city, and I will know some of the people there because I started way back when it first started.
Yeah.
So we started like we were like pioneers in the pop up industry as vendors. So we
We know how hard it was.
Yeah.
Because it was really
'Cause
hard.
this is pre-COVID, right?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
pre-COVID.
Pop-ups kind of took off significantly right after COVID because everybody kind of started their own business during COVID.
We
when
were
they
forced
weren't
to.
working.
We were
Yeah.
forced
They were
to.
monetizing off of hobbies that they were really
Yeah.
good at.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
never imagined that they could monetize off of that.
Yes.
And once they started doing that, they
Yeah.
went back to work,
That
which
was.
is crazy.
Yeah.
And you know what? And some people didn't go back to work
Yep.
though. Some people said, "Fuck this!" Like
Yeah, they continue.
I'm making more money doing something that I love and I'm passionate about,
And I make my own schedule.
and it just created a different avenue for entrepreneurs. Like
Yeah.
that shit just blew the fuck up. Like I have so many friends now that they're like, "Yeah, I never went back after COVID. Like I fucking just started selling, and now like this is my business." You know?
That's why the government's mad.
So are you guys like all reporting taxes at the moment? You guys are just straight
Press that button.
cash? That's why I did it.
Hey, you
That's
work
why
with
I did
Uncle
it.
Sam or what?
Are you an
No,
undercover?
because we as barbers too, you know, we have
Cash only?
there's
We're
cash
gonna
only,
sign
you know,
an
we find
NDA
ways to
after
try to be
this.
right with the system, but, you
I
know,
pay
like,
I pay my
you gotta get
taxes.
on, you know?
I pay my
We all
taxes.
pay taxes.
I pay my
I pay
taxes.
taxes.
We pay our due when we go to the store and we buy a bag of chips. We pay our taxes, right?
We pay taxes for
All the
everything. You can't even
time.
breathe.
All the time.
Which
Yeah.
is crazy.
It is
So-
crazy.
The social set. How did you?
So-
So I know you guys were part of different pop-ups, right?
So
we
we
were
start
all doing like our own
Yeah.
separate thing, and then we just started connecting and becoming closer and closer because, like, for instance, me, I was doing my readings, I was doing my healing sessions, and then we just started connecting. And crazy enough, like COVID season, right? While for a lot of people it was a season of a lot of negative things, for me it was a positive.
Yeah.
I started my crystal business. My crystal business, boom.
Oh, she
On
was
her
fucking
live.
killing that
I
shit.
started seeing a lot of them,
Yes.
like, in the last 2
Yes.
years.
She would have like
was
thousands of
before that.
viewers on
Yeah,
her and buying
I-
crystals.
Crystals and
Yeah.
Crystals.
Yeah.
Because I still have the contacts. The only thing that nowadays, unfortunately, China, you know, they started mass producing. They started creating a lot of fake crystals, and their prices were so low compared to the real crystals. Because, you know, you got to get different crystals from different places, right? You got Brazil, you got Uruguay, you got South Africa. You have all these different contacts. I came in contact with all these people, and, like, I was the crystal dealer. You know, I was one of the first people that started that. Unfortunately, I don't do it as much because that industry has become so corrupt. Now China is like the main supplier, and trust me, they're freaking drowning because nobody wants to buy anymore. Like, crystals became
So, yeah.
so expensive and not genuine, fake. They literally, like, you go online, and you've heard of the rock obsidian. You heard of it? So it's black. It's like volcanic glass, right? So
Okay,
it's
yeah,
black.
yeah.
Sometimes I don't understand people's mentality, but China came up with this thing where they call it like glass obsidian, and it's crystal clear. And it's
painted
literally
black?
No. It's just clear. It's literally a piece of glass, and they're selling it as obsidian, and they're ripping people off.
Yeah.
And that's why I kind of detached myself from that industry after a while. But that was my booming industry for me. Like,
I
that's
feel
how
like
we all kinda,
China's the el que no tranza no avanza.
Hey,
Yeah.
dude,
That
that's
is
how they
that
go.
is China's mentality,
Yeah,
dude. Like
for
they're the
sure.
Can't
most
hate on them.
they're the most trifling ass motherfuckers.
But people are there buying, you know.
Yeah, and it's sad.
Yeah, we are. I know. That's what I'm saying.
No, I have never bought from Temu. I have never bought from Shein. Okay,
Damn,
I
Shein was the
refuse
homie.
to.
I don't buy there anymore.
She
but-
I
boycotts.
refuse to.
She boycotts.
Yes.
I'll buy it from them.
Yeah.
I don't go.
Yeah.
Fuck.
No, I
Shein.
don't.
Shein was.
I bought a fucking veggie cutter. That shit was $5. It was like 20 on Amazon. I was like, fuck it.
Decoration.
Yes.
Decoration.
Yeah.
So essentially, that's where we got to know each other a little bit more. You
Yeah.
know, like I think we were all going through crazy things in our lives at that moment. You know, she was going through a lot. She was going through a lot. I was going through a lot, and that's kind of how we connected. And we just kept like, very close to each other. We would call each other randomly, you know, because at that time I was living in West
Isa kept
Covina.
me sane.
Yeah.
No, no. I need to put some respect on
Yes.
this fucking woman's name right now because
Because people don't know.
I would not be where I am today
Same.
if it wasn't because of her. She literally told me, quit your fucking job. You're going to fucking do well. Stop being scared. And I was like, hey, that's why we call it the Mercado Sin Miedo Mercado now that I think about it.
Yeah.
But she was like, quit your fucking job. I already could foresee it. You're going to fucking kill it. You're going to do well. And I was just like, fuck. All right, fuck it. I do it. Dude, never turn back.
And so all this happened like in the span of like the last 3 years?
No, this is years.
Like
you
seven,
guys-
Yeah.
like maybe like 7
No,
years.
like eight.
I've known her for like 8 years. And
Yeah.
I've known Lolo since I was like 12.
yeah.
We used to be in the same dance team. So
She had my back because
she would show up to class all late and she'd be like, what are we doing? And I'm like, bitch, 2-step.
I was like, I got this, you know? I would just
Yeah.
sneak in there.
Yeah.
So the Sin Miedo market came to life after you guys obviously put your brains together and been
Yes.
part of
Yeah.
multiple.
So-
So you guys
so-
wanted to bring something to life
Well-
on your own.
What happened was she got her location,
Yeah.
which was fucking golden because it was so like it came to her. It landed on her
came
lap.
to me.
It
Yes.
landed
It
on
really
her lap.
did.
Manifested it.
Yeah. And she wasn't even looking and
Yeah.
they offered her this location and they're like, please take the location. What do you think we could do here? I was like, bitch.
What
don't-
can't we do?
Don't even start because I walked into that fucking parking lot. I was like, we're going to do this. We're going to do that. And sure enough, we've already brought like some of the visions to life. The Sin Miedo Mercado started because
It was a socialist
Yeah.
movement that we wanted to partake in because that's when like the whole ICE raid situations were going hardcore. And,
Literally on that street.
yeah, people
Oh, right there
were.
on that street?
Oh,
that's
yeah.
the street where
Yeah.
they kicked out.
They
the fucking-
kicked out them. They
You
kicked
sent
them
me right
out.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Like, you sent me right there.
Hey, that was a
Alright,
setup.
yeah.
That was a setup.
It was okay. They were in Chicago at the time. Fool, so I already got
The
you.
button.
Let's talk more a little bit about Sin Miedo Mercado. I was there. Some of my family members were vendors. We got the opportunity.
Cielito's
to-
Closet.
We definitely got the
Shout
opportunity to get the inside scoop of some of the vendors that you guys had in
Yes.
there, and they all had a really great story, which their episodes are soon to come out as well. But really, I want to discuss. What was the biggest challenge for you guys during the Sin Miedo market as it was unfolding? Because I did hear a lot of different crazy things that happened the day of that were,
Oh.
things happen all the time. But
Yeah.
I feel like that's what molds you and builds you to perfect it for the next time.
So
and then the
first-
experience was crazy.
Yes.
So I know that there was a car parked in the middle of it.
Yeah, that was our
Oh,
biggest issue, to be
right.
honest.
So first, let me start off by saying I cannot be grateful enough because I think we're an excellent freaking team. We all have a brain for something different, and we all have each other's back. Okay, if something needs to be done, all we gotta do is say it, and one of us will be like, okay, I can
I
do
got it.
this, I got this, I got that, and we keep such open communication. We have one rule: we have to be unanimous on everything. If one of us disagrees on something, then we come with a different solution and we try to work it out. But that's our main rule. We have to be unanimous. We all have to agree. If two of us agree, one of them disagrees, okay, then we got to move forward. We cannot dwell on that, and we're not going to try to convince the other person. We will hear them out, and we will hear
Keep
the
it pushing.
perspectives. Yeah, but that's our main rule. And definitely confronting all kinds of division, because us coming together was something that in a way was a little controversial, but in a good way. As women, I feel like in general, women are told that they can't work together because they could be catty or they could be this. We have shifting perspectives.
I didn't know that was a theory.
Oh no, yeah, it is.
Oh, it is.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
yeah.
Se agarran el chongo, bro.
See,
Yeah.
it's crazy because I feel like for so long we were lone wolves ourselves, and
Yeah.
then like we kind of like they started doing pop-ups together. I was doing pop-ups with people from Compton because my city really wasn't doing pop-ups at the time, right? So I started delivering first, and then when I like pop up somewhere, a shout out to Glam Tender. Her name is Glam Tender. She was super nice, and I always said, man, when I start doing my own, I want to be like that, because she was the one that started doing them in Compton, and she always had vendors there, and she would always invite me, and like she was just really amazing. So I wanted to be like that too. So when I feel like I was a lone wolf for a long time because I was like, I don't fit in yet, right? I don't really have that in my city, so I guess I have to be over here. Even though I lived in Compton at the time, but I was like, I want to go over here. But I know they did pop-ups together, right? So for a long time, we all were grinding. So when we got together, it was more like, we're not gonna be the group that just one slacks off and you got to do everything and you got to do everything.
Yeah, no.
It was like, no, we know what it feels like to do everything. So we're gonna, we just automatically go in that mode. And sometimes we don't even have to talk. We just,
We're very telepathically
yeah,
just
like it's really
connected.
weird. I'll be like, not this, or we'll type the same thing
Yeah.
at the same time, or we're having an event, and it's like,
I need this or that.
not
And-
even that. Sometimes we just pull up at the same time, and we're like, oh damn, I was gonna tell you to get that, and she has it, and I got this, and she has that. Like it's just so
Connected.
so connected.
Yeah.
So that's when I knew that I was like, oh, okay, this is gonna work.
This is a good team.
Because I don't have to chase her. I don't have to chase her. She don't have to chase me. If I tell her, hey, Nat, like, did you do this, or can you do this for me? She's like, bam, I already did it. And it's like so
Organic.
yeah,
Not forced.
it's not forced. And so I feel like with our mentality of like, damn, we really know how it is to create something or because
Work for something.
work for something.
Make it happen. Organize it. Everything.
So we're like, let's try to do that for our community. And Lynwood is like, I always say that. My TikTok says it. I always say that to people. Like Lynwood to me is like the city of entrepreneurs, because literally you need something, we have someone. You
Yeah.
need shirts, Triple Ink. You
Yeah.
want a haircut, we got KO. We also have Dapper. We have
One
like,
phone call and I got it
yeah,
done.
like what do you need? What do you need?
And they know that.
Serious
The
question.
Plug City.
And they know,
Yeah.
and it's crazy because like when we had our event, like last minute we needed some certain stuff, and I was just like, don't worry about it. Hello. Oh yep, I'm on my way.
Just like
Just
that.
like that.
Because literally everyone is like that. Like everyone's like hustling. So it's like, what do you need?
And we
You
do
know?
the same for our community. If anybody needs us, we've been called last minute for certain things. We're like, all right, let's pull up. Let's do it. And that's how we move. And that's essentially how the social set came to be. That's how the Sin Miedo market came to be. Whenever we were working on the Sin Miedo market, we knew that there was possibilities, right? We knew there could be things that could go wrong. But honestly, I pride on saying that we planned for the unplanned. Every single detail from that place was planned thoroughly. From how the vendors came in, and she's freaking amazing at that. Both of these, like,
Except for that car.
oh my god, that car,
That car really fucked us up.
I was like, who is it? Oh, I was so upset, but overall it was great.
I always say
Yeah, I
I
think it
wish
was
there
really
was
good.
like 3 of me, because if there was 3 of me, everything would be taken care of, you know. But sadly, it's only 3 of us, and we threw this whole event just us 3, you know, like a full on event. And it's the craziest
We
part.
were running
Yeah,
around.
we were running around doing
crazy.
a lot of last minute stuff. Things obviously that now we know, like now we know we need to do this. Now we need to do that. So that we're aware of like a lot of little things that we missed, you know? Like
Yeah.
You learn. It's a
Yeah, for
learning
sure, for sure.
experience.
Especially on your
Yeah.
first one.
I feel like we're transparent about that too, you know? We're like, thank you so much for your patience. We had like, we had people waiting like in the driveway, like, hey, it's our time to,
It's our turn.
to unload. But we really couldn't do anything because there was a car parked in the middle and we were just like super stuck, right?
and that's one of the things, like we couldn't do anything because that person rents a spot there. So to her, she's just going to work, you know. So she's like, bitch, the fuck, I don't give a fuck, like I'm at work, you know. Like, so we have to
No, she was
understand.
made aware.
We have to understand though that like we're not on everybody's time either, you know. And those are things that you have to really like.
You
put
can't
in-
take it personal.
You can't. You have to understand that shit happens, you know,
Yeah.
and you just gotta go with the flow with it. Are you gonna let it ruin the whole fucking day? No, you're not. You're just gonna keep going, you know.
Just like 10 minutes.
I just think that everything overall was great. Even given the fact that backed you guys up a little bit, but I feel like it backed it up for the good cause of the ones that were running late.
That's true.
That's true. See.
So you guys
Yeah.
always
Divine
see the light in
timing.
everything.
Yeah,
I feel
yeah,
like, and that
exactly.
will make you feel more at peace. But overall, just wanted to give you guys your flowers in regards to having the first great event. Especially, what really touched my heart was one of the things of you guys bringing in the raspado lady.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You guys give her
single
an
mom.
opportunity,
She was
single mom.
hustler,
I
dude.
feel like her family was also there to support, but I can only see the smiles on their faces and how grateful they were. That kind of made me feel complete. I can only imagine what it made you guys feel, being there and having the lady there.
Yeah.
Because they sponsored the raspado lady that was there.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
And we gave like the free raspados
Yeah.
to the kids,
And
like
then the free raspados and stuff like that, which is great. I think everything overall was awesome. One thing I would say that I feel like needed a little bit more attention was probably like the front area. Like we want the traffic for the people, because I was there unloading, right? My car was literally right parked in the front in red, and the cars were at the stoplight and they were looking, but they didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
And I was
Yeah.
just like, vénganse, vamos a dar comida, juegos para los niños, like shit like that. But I
Yeah.
was like, dude, there's not really like a sign that indicates
Well,
what's really
we did
going
order
on
a
here,
sign,
you know?
but it didn't come.
It
on
didn't
time.
arrive.
It didn't come on
Yeah,
time.
and
We
those are
had-
those are the little shits, you know. Like
Yeah,
I have it now, and I'm gonna send that shit back just because
Yeah.
I'm mad.
So now you know what's like kind of like what you need and what's really important when you give your attention and your time to things that really don't even matter, when this is really what matters and we really pay attention to that.
Yeah.
But we do have this bottle here today in celebration of your guys' first pop-up.
Yeah.
But in celebration of also
Your last.
our last episode for the podcast, we wanted to close it off, and we couldn't have done it in a better way than having you guys on here. So if you want to pass out the cups while I get this ready to pop, so we can celebrate.
Are you guys doing the next one then? Or
On the 22nd of November, we're going to have a night market, but it's going to be a kid entrepreneur
Yes.
event. I'm like, where did it go?
It just popped on its own because it wants us to, you feel me?
Yeah, so it's gonna be just and this is Lolo's idea.
I love the kids.
So it's gonna be all kids event. We're having a kid selling esquites. We're like
Somebody selling shirts.
Face
For the young
painting.
entrepreneurs.
Oh,
also,
they're all-
right?
we're-
They're all young entrepreneurs. They're
under
all-
15 years old.
Yeah.
All of them.
So basically, I just feel like there should be a safe space for these kids to kind of figure out what they want to do. You know, even us as adults, you know, like I started off I used to sell hot dogs. I used to make cheesecake. I used to do nails. I used to teach quinceañeras. I mean, I'm telling you, I've tried everything because I just wanted to learn how to do it. like if my family would be like, I can't believe she's selling mariscos, you know, like it's crazy to them. So I feel this is just a stepping stone for them to see where their creativity is gonna take them. You know what I mean? Just to get that feeling like, damn, you know, like I
Get 'em
really
hungry.
like this, you
Get
know,
'em
I
get
could
'em
really
hungry
do
young.
this. I could see myself doing this, even if they don't stick to that. Like you don't know. I have a niece who loves to draw, and I told her, hey, I need someone to face paint for the Sin Miedo Mercado. She did it, right? And she loves it now. She's like, oh man,
We
like,
already had her for another event.
yeah, we took her to another event. And now my brother's like, hey, what if we do this and that? And my niece is like, what if we do this? And it really has nothing to do with face painting, but it has to do with her drawings, right?
Curiosity.
So it's like, you don't know what that little spark inspires for them to be like, damn, man, like, now I want to try this. I want to try that. You know what I mean? So our focus is to kind of create a safe space, especially during this time right now that there's so much just
uncertainty.
Yeah, it's just a lot of things going on. So it's gonna be family event. You can take your kids, your lawn chairs.
There's gonna be a live movie.
We're gonna watch Home Alone at 7. You know what I mean? Just a place to just
Unwind for a little
unwind,
bit.
chill. We're gonna have like she
Drinks
said,
for
the
the
kid.
parents.
Yeah, that too. That's a very important part. But we're gonna have the kids, you know, basically showing their skills, and just kind of, you know, doing their thing and just letting them shine. It's gonna be about them. I already told the parents, you guys cannot be helping. Our smallest vendor's 5.
The parents can help out.
I mean, the 5, our little Clarissa, yeah,
Just set
she's
up.
5 years
Yeah,
old.
imagine the
But let me tell you, she's 5 years old and little but mighty, so she
Yeah,
probably won't need
she's-
any help.
She's on it.
She's on it. She's so, you know, she's like, I'm gonna do my cupcakes.
Was the oldest? Like, what's the cutoff?
I think like
15.
15. That was good.
So if anybody wants to join, we
Future
need,
events.
we still need. Well, actually,
Well, we don't know when this is gonna air, but it's on the
Yeah.
22nd.
Yeah.
If you
Oh,
guys have
okay.
kids,
22nd, okay.
yeah, the 22nd of November, and
the Social Set
Yeah.
Market at us.
It'll probably be aired after, but you know,
Trying to
still.
do it
We're
before,
trying
we're
to
trying to do it
get
before.
her out before.
Yeah.
The opportunity
We'll
to-
we'll definitely yeah.
that we definitely want to do more, and that's something that I really like about the social set, because we're not sticking just to one thing. We're trying to do
Multiple things.
Yeah.
Anything that we feel like, hey, the community is, you know, we should probably do this right now. Like right now, you know, we're trying to keep the families together, trying to keep them just to have a moment, a Friday night, or Saturday night, just
Saturday
watching a movie together, you know, enjoying some food.
True.
So I know we started with the women's circle,
With
the women's circle, the healing circle. So we're you know, like you said earlier when we were off the camera, he was like, the first 5 years of the podcast, you know, we're just going with the flow, and that's kind of how we operate as well. We're going with the flow. We're trying to see where we're gonna take it, and we're kind of always down for anything, you know.
We'll be doing some crazy ass
Yeah,
ideas. We'll be
our
thinking,
our
like-
chat is like, hey, what about this? And it's like 3 a.m, you know, like go to sleep. Like
we're like,
go to-
I was like, let's do a tattoo expo.
yeah.
All the badass tattoo artists just pull up, and then everybody just tats everybody up. Like, you know.
Yeah, like we
Tell
have
me
really
that-
crazy ideas.
So we already have that in the books. March.
Yeah, we have our entrepreneur
party.
Party.
Christmas party on December 6th, which is something different as well. You know, I used to work in the job agency, and we used to have a corporate end of the year party. So this is kind of like our end of the year party with our community
For entrepreneurs.
for entrepreneurs, and we're gonna give out awards. You know,
The
Yeah.
whole thing. Red carpet.
you
event.
actually
Red carpet
nominated.
event. Oh, you are actually.
You actually nominated.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, we're gonna give it to him. Like, I don't know, like.
Yet to be discussed.
Yeah, but
you
you're
are
definitely gonna get some flowers as well. You know, we want to give the flowers to the people that we've seen over the years. Like he said, you know, he talks about me, I talk about him, talk about a lot of our other friends as well.
Correct.
Like we're not haters. You know, we're like, hey, you know what? Damn, I remember when he used to do this at his house. You know, or I remember when
Yeah.
they used to do. And to us, it's like now we have the social set, and we're gonna use it as a way to be like,
We're gonna
you know
elevate,
what? We're gonna like just tell everybody about them.
Yeah.
You know, like let's tell everyone, because they deserve to also
Be
known.
seen.
be seen, you know. And like I know we've had this conversation a lot where it's like sometimes we don't feel like, we feel like, oh, I don't want to even say anything about myself, you know? And it's like you kind of shy away
Yeah.
from that. So this is like us, you know, putting them out there like, hey, this is what they do. This is where they came from. This is what they're doing right now. And that's just something that we want to do, like, from us,
trying to
you
bring
know, we're
forward.
trying to do that. Okay, well, I'm Lolo. You can find me at Juguitos to go or Mariscos La Reina to go. I sell juices, the ones that are on the table. I also cure your hangover on the weekends with some tosis ceviches and some enchiladas. And my message to you guys would be, if you have an idea, just go for it. If you fail, it doesn't matter. Just keep trying. Like I mentioned earlier, I tried so many things and I'm doing something completely different right now. So if you have an idea, just do it. If it doesn't work out, it's okay. Try something else, try something different. And if you need help, hit me up.
Perfect. So I am Isa. You can find me in socials as at Ashna & Co. or at Ashna Readings, whichever one you prefer, both of them. I bring your holistic healing to the next level. If you want to go ahead and try something different, maybe something to work through the anxiety, something to help you, give you the courage, whatever it is that you need, trying to leave that toxico, whatever
Leave
it
'em.
is.
Leave them
Yes.
today, now.
I got you on that. And just find me anything from tarot readings, limpias, the whole thing. Remember, healing begins with you. So
Let's go.
take
That's
that
right.
step.
My name is Natalie. You can find me at mindfulwellness.co. I sell sea moss, 92 minerals out of the 102 your body naturally produces. So almost all of them. If you have any issues internally, I have a remedy and it's all natural. So hit me up. On top of that, if you have any business ideas, anything that you're passionate about and you want to start something and you don't know how to start, the Social Set will help you.
Social Set.
We're here to help you in any way possible. We take kids, young teens,
Anything.
anybody.
We can guide you from where to start business-wise, permits, website development, all of that good stuff.
She's amazing with web
She's
designing.
a brainiac.
She's the brains behind us. We're the creatives, and she's the brains. So.
She's the one that's like, we have a budget.
and I'd be like,
It's good to have
What?
I'd be
What
like,
is that?
run it.
Yeah, like, it's so crazy because I always tell Nat, like, I always feel like she's like a younger, like, version of me, and like I feel like I just, like, we're like so similar. So to us, it's
Well,
like,
we're both Taurus to begin with.
like,
We're
our
same-
birthdays are a day apart.
Yeah.
So we're like, we're gonna have this, and it's gonna be a red carpet, and we're gonna have this, and
No, and then the day
and
up,
the moon.
I show up and I was like, where the fuck is the red carpet? In the fucking garage.
Isa's like, bro.
but I have ADHD, severe.
So,
Hers is pretty controlled, but mine is pretty fucking bad. So I show up with the fucking red carpet, I leave it on the wall, and then I go buy ice, and I come back, and I'm like, where the fuck is the red carpet? Because I fucking paid this shit. I was like, I want the red carpet, and it's not here. And then they're like, we don't know where it's at. We found it like days later.
yeah, Isa has to reel us in for sure.
But that's the thing, like we worked so great together that like she wasn't mad, she wasn't mad.
I was laughing.
And I was just like, fuck it, no red carpet this time. I was like, the Christmas party is gonna have a fresh ass red carpet.
It was meant for the Christmas party for sure.
It's a gala event.
Yeah,
so
we want everyone to go dressed up,
Bring
feel
your best
good
suit.
about themselves, just go have a good time, unwind, turn our brains off just a little bit for like, just for, you know, a couple of hours, which I know it's hard. But we, more than anything, we just want everyone to come and have a good time. So we're planning a really good event, and we hope that you guys want to come party with us and just chill, you know? That's the goal.
Maybe you guys could interview the entrepreneurs that day, because it's a bunch of them.
Yeah.
It's gonna be nothing but entrepreneurs.
Or do our
Or like
the live forecast. you
Yeah,
know, 'cause
that'll
we're
be
doing
awesome.
Speeches.
It's gonna be
and everything.
nothing. Yeah.
just for like an hour because we want you guys to party.
Of course, just
You know,
we're
want you guys to have
we're
fun.
doing about like 12 awards for like really good entrepreneurs, like people that fucking put it down for the city, like real good entrepreneurs. Like they're killing it in the game, and we're like trying to give them their flowers, you know.
Thank you guys for. I know it takes a lot of time out of your day. You guys are really busy entrepreneurs here, but thank you for making time out of your day
Thank
to
you.
Thank
come
you.
onto our platform. And I'm glad that we were able to hear you guys' story. I can't wait to dig deeper into everyone's and dissect really everyone's personality and everything that you guys got going on for 2026 coming up.
Thank
But
you.
kudos to you guys. Kudos to everything that you guys are doing, and may the God lead the way in everything you guys
Yes.
do, and continue
God bless.
to be successful and continue to grind. Let's go. The Social
go.
Set and Barbertainment.